Oh, yes, it's happening. The Moruga scorpion. I finally get to try it. Here in front of me is the Moruga scorpion by the Coastal Chili Company in the United Kingdom. Oh, yes. Now, I think they're around 1.2 to 2 million Scovilles, maybe more, sometimes less. Never had one before that's fresh, but I've had the dried version of it. And I'm growing these in my garden, and unfortunately they have not done very well at all. I've got a nice big bush, but there's no flowers, and there's certainly no fruit, for that matter. So I'm so stoked to have the chance to try this fresh, because it's one of the nicest peppers to have in sauces, because it's got this really vicious thing going on. It's a super powerful pepper, if I remember correctly. Beautiful examples here, and just the curling up of the little nose here is just so awesome about the scorpion. Trinidad Moruga scorpion. I can't believe this. I think let me see which one I'm gonna have here. So that one's not quite ripened, so I think I'm gonna go for, let's see, probably that one's looking the most ripe. Let's crack it open and see what's inside. Yeah, okay, interesting. Not too much oil there. I think there's a little bit, mostly moisture. But that might mean I can actually properly taste this if it's not too hot. Let's see. I'm gonna smell it first. Ah, yes! Right off the nose, super sweet, quite a hot smelling pepper, and a little cherry-esque. Oh, yes. Quite floral as well, which, I don't know, we'll see. I like the taste of this pepper in sauces. Let's see if the fresh does it for me. That pith is looking pretty juicy. Juicy pith. Oh, yes. Wow. The ridges on that. Look at that. What a gnarly looking pepper. Isn't it gorgeous? So there's something else to note here, is that kind of yellow interior. It always worries me a little bit, because it usually means it's flipping hot. Don't know if you can't really see the colour there. Yeah, you can see some yellow there. That I usually associate with oils. Wow, and it's quite a chunky walling as well, so it should be quite crispy. Look at that wool. Oh yes. Oh, it really does smell nice. That smells awesome. It smells hot. It does smell hot. Well, the Moruga scorpion. We finally meet. Cheers. Hmm. Hmm. Taking notes. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Interesting. Very interesting. So, right off the bat, slow burn. Like it took like most of the chewing to get that burn to start coming through. But it's definitely creeping up. So its release curve is very steady. And I'll tell you how high it goes. It's attacked the tongue mostly. So the entirety of my tongue feels very big in my mouth, very sore. The flavour, not a fan. Not a fan at all. It was very floral in the worst kind of sense. And that tougher, that thicker wall was quite cellular. It kind of granular, sort of became grains in my mouth. So it wasn't kind of poppy and juicy and fleshy. So that curve of heat is really climbing now. We're definitely at a 2 out of 10 on my pain scale. And it is steadily climbing up. Steady release peppers are not good on the stomach. And so here at the back of my throat, rear of my tongue, I'm now getting that much bigger sensation of heat. It's slowing me down a little bit. I'm having to process before being able to say something. Yeah, that's hot. Now, flavors are developing slightly. I'm getting a very strong black pepper taste. And a sweetness that just darts here and there. There's a very pepper forward flavour that rears its head every now and then. But it doesn't persist. It's mostly met with black pepper kind of notes. There's a funny sweetness coming through. We're at a 3 out of 10 on the pain scale. The sweetness is suggesting some sort of ripe fruitiness. Maybe a little bit almondy, a little bit nutty. That is now coming through as the flavour I know scorpions to have. That's much better on the aftertaste. And that fierceness of the burn is still rearing its head. Oh my, is that hurting? It's nice, it's on the sides of my tongue now and on the back of my throat. And it's a very fiery burn, relatively consistent. Yes, that's quite nice. It's a nice sweetness. I can't quit out this yet because that spike is still climbing. I think we're still at a 3 out of 10 on the pain scale. It's not got that sort of viciousness that you might elevate quite quickly on that pain scale. It's sort of consistent. It's just there. It just hurts. Very consistent. There's some very piercing sweet notes coming through. I'm wondering whether I can liken them to another fruit. so that you can get a grasp of the situation that's happening. But they're not as clear as I need them to be quite yet. Some of that floral tone in the start of eating the pepper, which I didn't like, has now kind of become part of the balance of the pepper's flavour. Very interesting. How that slow curve is still rising. But we're still at 3 out of 10. I think we're nearer a 4 than a 3 now. Let me see. And some of that burn has now progressed a little bit more to the side of my throat. It's quite a full coverage, actually. The initial burn on my tongue, that was uncomfortable. It felt like my tongue was very swollen and very big in my mouth. And you can see I've slowed down. I'm processing it. Yeah. It's not making me sweat yet. Very interesting. I think we've come to a plateau on the burn. So I don't think it's reached a 4. It stayed at a 3 out of 10 for me on my pain scale. It's given me a very leaky nose. It's nothing like a Carolina Reaper. It's its own sort of burn here. I can't quite remember all of the peppers last year that I had, but I'm not sure I had one as slow of a curve as that. That's a bit nasty if you felt like you could have more, and then slowly it comes up and you'll be like, ah! I know some chili heads who have eaten Moruga scorpion and a Carolina Reaper together, and I think that would be quite a gnarly mix. A pepper burp, excuse me. Interesting. That was, there was a lovely sweetness coming through. Still, does it really liken to another fruit? I don't think so. It's very unique of a pepper taste. I'm starting to get a bit of a dancey, trancey feeling in my head, a little bit woozy, as some of the mucus is coming up more. This is pretty cool pepper. I quite like this. If I were to rate the pepper's taste at the beginning, I would have said like 2 out of 10. It was like classic, floral, not that interesting. Almost it wasn't watery, but it kind of had like no flavour going on. But now, I think I've changed my mind. If I were to rate that now, I think it's quite high up on the scale. I think it's a 6 out of 10 tasting pepper. I can see why it works so nicely in sauces, because it's very distinct. Like if you're going to have that on a dish, you're going to taste that pepper come through, and you do. And the viciousness of the burn, or the intent of the burn, it's not vicious. It's kind of very consistent. It's unique because I know what the sauce is going to taste like if I had that in a sauce. It would be exactly that, and it would cut through everything. And you could probably point this out. Like I know it's going to be that pepper if I can taste this burn curve. Very interesting. Bit of a crazy brain now. We're coming down quite quickly. I think I'm at a 1 out of 10 now on my pain scale. So I think I'll leave it there. Interesting pepper, quite unique flavours. Not unique in the domain of peppers, but nonetheless, it's like you can't really liken it to other fruits or vegetables, etc. It's very specific. It's very pepper-like, and heavy black pepper notes. Awesome. Well, I'm so glad I tried that in the end. Not the pepper I thought it was going to be, but a pretty one nonetheless. I hope you have an awesome day, keep killing it, and I'll see you on the next one, the Moruga Scorpion by the Coastal Chili Company, United Kingdom. Thanks for watching.